Hey, what's up guys? So today I'm going to be putting together the Merica 5-inch frame from Catalyst Works. I will be working with the Spedix4in1, the TBS Unify Pro, Josh Bardwell, new flight controller, and the RunCamSplit. And for the receiver will be the RXSR. So I went ahead and pre-tinned out a cable and basically cut everything to length. Alright, as you can see. So we'll start from the beginning. So 4-in-1. Let's connect up the Unify Pro. On this 4-in-1, there's no, as you can see, there's no 12-volt pads or VCC anywhere. So I'm going to have to directly solder it to the LiPo wire. So I'll turn this upside down. Here, I'll disconnect this to make it a little easier. So I have my power and ground here. Separate them. Okay. There's power. There. Okay. So that's my VTX. Come out this way. Okay. So now we can put on a plate. I also, if you could see, put a little double-sided tape here just to prevent the wire from touching the frame. Okay, put that on there. Nice and snug. So we won't be needing to get down at the bottom of the 4-in-1 now, so we can put the nuts on. So we're going to start. So I pre-installed these before I started the video, just to make everything a little quicker. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm actually going to be using a heat shrink just to kind of keep everything neat. Make sure the cable's flat. Okay. Okay. So put the heat shrink on, making sure that it actually doesn't extend all the way to this little corner here, so that I could, if I choose to, get the cable to come down to the side, front and back. Okay, first make sure the cable's flat. Okay. One. Okay, make sure it's flat. Perfect. Okay, so there's 4 of them. All right, so let's see. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is, instead of sawing it here directly, I'm going to want to go around and in the back. I think that's much neater. All right, looking good. Okay, let's see what's next. Okay, so 4-in-1 is in. The unified power is connected. So now I think I'm ready for the top plate. Okay. Nice. So we're halfway through. Okay, so VTX is next. So what I did is I removed the pigtail that came with this and put a little bit of solder on, like right at the tip. And I put a second layer of heat shrink, just to make sure it doesn't, what do you call it, ground through the chassis by accident. Okay. Okay, that's in. Look at that. Wow, that's perfect. Okay. So all these cables are going to be going up to the canopy. Okay. So we basically finished with this portion. All right. So I think that's it. I was going to put a double-sided tape onto here, but I feel like if I put anything else on there, it might actually protrude out too much. It might interfere with something else later on. Yeah, okay, so I'll just leave it off. It should be okay. Yeah, that should be all right. Okay. All right, so we're gonna move on to the second part. The canopy. Okay, but first let me clean up this table. Something like that. Okay, so let's give it a try. All right, so first, let's take this guy out. And the reason why is because I need to solder the power to this thing. Okay. It's gonna be tough. Okay. So, power. Okay, here's one. Okay, all these cables are pre-tint. So I'm gonna give it power. Okay. Oh, actually I pre-tinted the pad too, so that should be a little easier. Okay. Red to VCC. Okay. And I believe that's the ground. Oh. And there's a tough build. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I just finished this part. VCC from the 4-in-1 connected up to the RunCamSplit PCB right there, and there's your video cable. It's pretty short because it's basically going to go to the flight control that's going to be right on top of there. Okay. So that's done. Okay. Again, you have to put the receiver in first. Oh, also, I installed this on my Carrera previously, and I basically bind it to my receiver, to my transmitter already. Because it can be very difficult trying to bind once you install this in here, because you basically just not going to have access to it. Okay. Oop. Make sure that the button goes in the hole and don't force it. It's very fragile. Kind of tilt it in front first. And then press it down. Okay. So far so good. Okay, so again, I got my power to my Runcam. These are cable from my receiver. They're these guys over here. Okay. And this is my ESC. At this point, I'm not going to be soldering anything else onto this board, so now I can put the flight controller on. So I am going to put the shield on just in case, because I believe this prevents the SD card from ejecting when you crash. It's going to be kind of tough to do this. Okay, so oh, there. Okay, so it's JB, flight controller, arrow facing forward, and the board will be installed upside down. So I'm going to be using these urethane plastic screw that came with the kit also. So the thing that's good with this flight controller, it comes with these rubber grommet. So basically a built-in soft mount. Okay. I will be using 2 washers or spacers. Also came with the kit. So flight controller has power to the board. Also, don't forget to bridge the 5 volt here. So that way you get 5 volt on your S bus port here, and not 3.3 for Spectrum. Okay, so that's done. So now we're gonna install this guy. Make sure the spacer's still on. Okay. Sandwich that in there. Line it up as best as you can. Okay. Guess that's it right there. So now that the canopy is completed, we're ready to solder. So basically I finished cabling up everything. Over here you have the cables from the receiver, camera signal from RunCamSplit at the top, and then you have your VTX cable at the bottom here, and all the ESC cables are connected. Okay, so I think I'm done there. Okay, so far so good. Again, we couldn't use this plate right here because it's getting in the way, so we have to remove it. All right, so receiver antennas out through the back. All the connections are soldered together. Everything looks good. No pinching cables anywhere. Everything looks great. Okay, so now I'm gonna have to assemble this somehow. So maybe I'll twist once and then lay it flat. Boom. All right, looking good so far. Okay. What do you think? It's clean. Okay. So make sure to use this insert. So what I do is I put it like that, put it in.